All right, guys, welcome to High Leverage Baseball. This is my first attempt at a video. Apologize that it's not live. I don't have enough followers on YouTube or Facebook for it to be live. So this is just the prototype. The cards I'm trying to get, I will be getting them printed professionally. And these are the actual size. They're much bigger than like a Stratomatic card, probably as high as a Stratomatic card, but a little bit wider. An app book card is probably going to be this size, and a payoff pitch card this size. So much bigger. I love all those games, enjoy all those games. This is a score sheet that I created, and these will come with the game. And it has a little place for the pitcher's fatigue. You can see here we are going to have Jack Flaherty versus Aaron Savall. And it's hard to see here, but you can see S8 and S8. That's their fatigue level. We will get into that. So we'll be monitoring their fatigue. Detroit will be leading off. This is the fourth game I've played. I like to put my pitcher right at the top here. It's just something I've done for many, many years. The game is going to come with this little red dice pouch. And to play it, you need the red, white, and blue 10-sided dice and a D6. That's it. So we'll set that aside. I already have the lineup set up. The chart books, these are rules and charts, okay? And these are the core mechanisms of the game right here. So in the rules and charts, you have things like runners on base. This is the runner advancement chart for runners on base. And it looks quite complex, but it's very, very easy. There is letter A through U here, V through AS, and then it continues on through AX. And I wanted to make a really robust runners on base system. So they're in the actual out chart. You can see here, let me just move this over. In the actual out chart, each out, you can see like this one right here. If you rolled a 205, it would be a single check, and we'll get into that in the mechanisms or mechanics of the game. But you have a single check, and if it fails, you would have an out. And you can see you have a play-by-play, a sharp grounder straight at him. The shortstop sets his feet, feels it cleanly, and delivers a textbook throw. So here, you can see the purple is advance. So let's say if it's a single, then we follow the advancement chart, which would be AD. And over here, you would reference AD. Excuse me, sorry. When it is an out, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. When it is an out, you would reference AD. So let's say the batter doesn't get a single. The batter is out, and you will see how this works in gameplay. When they are out, we would check AD. If there's a runner on first, it would be a double play attempt. Runner on second, H for hold. Runner on third, H for hold. Runner on first and second. On first, the runner would have a double play attempt. The runner on second, you could have a force play, so you could throw to third. So there's different, very robust system when it comes to runners on base. I didn't just want to have like 3 or 4 different scenarios for outs, fly out, and you have 2 possible outcomes for advancement. In this kind of play-by-play chart, you're going to have all kinds of plays, deep flyouts, outfielders sliding to make catches. Everything you can experience in baseball is going to be in these out charts, okay? So that's why we have this really robust runners on base system. So let me just set that aside a little bit. Let's see, before we start the game, if you don't want to do these very advanced rolls, right? I have this advanced system, a lot of chart checking. You can do the very basic system. So the very basic system, you take all these charts, right? All these charts. If you don't want to roll them, we have a very basic system. Let me get this set up. Basic ball and play out. Okay, so basically, if you didn't want to play the advanced game, and we're going to show the advanced game because that's really what I enjoy playing and what I designed it to play. You can roll just 2d10, and like here you get red and blue. We'll just go. That'll be a possible infield single. If not, then it would be an out, and you can roll on the out chart. Very easy. You don't have to do any chart flipping. They're all right there. So that is in the game. You have the very basic system. We are going to play what I would call the normal game. Okay, we're gonna play the normal game. What I enjoy. I played 3 games so far. So the biggest thing you want to do in the let me just get the dice out of the way here, and I'll show you a few of the charts. This is the rules and charts, like periphery. It's charts that are in the periphery, right? This book starts off with the basic rules: how to play, runners, advancement, how to steal. There's a batter fatigue system built in. So based on how many games they play, they have limits, and they can have penalties if they start to go over their games. Pitcher fatigue system, like how many games they play, how many games they can play in a row based on how many innings they pitch, and how long they can stay in the game before picking up fatigue penalties. So there's an injury chart based on the type of play. You can get an injury on any play in this game. Any play you can get an injury. You can get an error on any play in this game, and I will show you that as we move forward. I'll explain it a little bit more, but I wanted a system that was completely authentic, completely robust, not just roll the dice and I might get an error. You can get an error on any of these plays, a deep fly ball to center, a wild play. You can get a possible injury on any play. So that's the wonderful thing. These are some of the injury results after injury checks. You have a sacrifice bunting result chart. All the little minor charts are in here. Squeeze play, very robust systems, not just, the squeeze play isn't just safe or out, right? You have perfect bunt to the first baseman, perfect bunt to the third baseman, pop to the catcher, 41-42, hit hard to first base, hit hard to third, perfect infield hit, single, missed bunt, runner picked off, possible error on the catch and throw, out at the plate. Very robust system. So I wanted to flesh these out a little bit. You have stealing, okay? You have a stealing chart for those that are more average or low on the stealing end, 1 to 40. And then you have a stealing chart for the really high end. And you can get a lot of really interesting plays off the stealing chart. There's also a stolen base error chart. One of the great features of the game is the auto stealing. You can use the auto stealing system for both teams if you don't want to manage or you don't want to think about it. You can use it for the opposing team if you want a degree of realism. It's very, very easy. It involves an extra check for every time there's a runner on base. But one of the things I am going to be integrating is fast action cards as optional. I will be getting those ready for sale when the game goes for sale. So if you don't want to roll dice, you can just do the fast action cards and you can check the auto stealing system. There's also an umpire check. You can get an umpire check, a controversial call on any play in high level baseball, any play. Okay, single, double, triple, home run, hit by pitch, out, whatever. You can, if there was a close call on an infield single and it was safe, you could possibly overturn it to out. If it was out, you could possibly overturn it to safe. There's an auto check system for the opposing manager when it comes to umpire controversial calls. And this is the runner on base chart. And we got some more stuff here, rare play chart, et cetera, et cetera. We're not going to get into all that. So I'm going to leave the runners in base chart up here because that's a common one. This is the basic command. And we'll go right here, more to the advanced charts. I'm going to break this up into two books, but I'm not going to discuss that here. So let's get into the game mechanics and get the game started. I want to make sure my camera is still rolling here because this is a new one to me. Let's get into the game. First off, the batter and pitcher cards, okay? Pitchers are right here, Savall versus Jack Flaherty, okay? Batters are rated from 1 to 100. A 100 is the greatest ever at that category. Bond's home run would be 100. Everybody else is rated scale to that and relative to the season. So you can have teams from every generation playing each other, and it's going to be completely accurate and relative. And it's a really cool setup. I wanted to get away from just rolling and, oh, there's a home. I love APBA, I love Stratomatic, I love payoff pitch, but I wanted to do something different. I just want to do something different that I wanted to play. Batters are rated from 1 to 100, hit by pitch, walk, K, infield hit, single, double, triple, home run. I wanted to bring in infield hits because it's an area most baseball games neglect, and there are a very high percentage of infield hits in baseball, especially a high percentage of singles. Also on the batter's card, you have their injury level. You have bat, left, right, how many games they played at various positions, and right here, throwing, fielding, catching. There's 3 different types of errors you can get in the game on any play where it's applicable. A throwing, fielding, or catching, and each one is rated, each player is rated on their positions for throwing, fielding, and catching. 0 is the best, but really we don't do a 0, so 5 is the lowest. We want some possibility of error, even if statistically it's unlikely. So each batter is rated for every position, fielding, catching, throwing. Double play, when you have a double play check, you start at 50, okay? And then you do the modifiers for the batter, minus 25, and for the pitcher, minus 32. In this case, there would be a -7% or -7 chance of a double play, which is very, very odd. But in that case, we would still leave the door open for a 1 on a dice roll of 1 to 100. Bunting ratings for the batter. Jump ratings. This is part of the auto steal. So 44, the first number is the jump for second base, and the second number is jump for third. So that's really a part of the auto steal system, and that will be on the fast action cards if you don't want to do the extra dice roll. Stealing and their running number, and I cap runners at 75. Stealing, if you want to be more realistic playing the game yourself, you know, you can try to get a jump. Like offensively when I'm playing, I don't just want to steal and abuse the system. You might have somebody that had 4 steal attempts and 4 successful attempts out of those, or 4 for 4 stealing. And, you know, their stealing might be maxed. You could abuse that. So you could use the jump rolls. So pitcher charts, basically they are modifiers off these. So plus or minus, hit by pitch minus 18, base on balls plus 1. These modify the batters. And on the pitcher's chart, you have a stolen base deterrent, hard to see here, wild pitch, balk, and a fatigue rating. So let's get into things. I'm going to keep checking the camera here to make sure the camera doesn't turn off. All right, let's get into a game. Detroit is leading off. The first thing we do is we check the pitcher. We do a pitcher check, what we call the pitcher command chart. Okay, the pitcher we always see what the pitcher is going to do. The pitcher is in control, in high leverage baseball. So the pitcher command chart, you're either going to get a chance for a walk, a poor control, a chance for a strikeout, good control, a chance for a hit by pitch. There'll be things in here like a wild pitch or possible balk. Over here you can see you re-roll. There's no walk or strikeout here, but you have a chance for a rare play, a mild injury, an error. So those would be during an out. Umpire checks. So if a pitcher doesn't have a chance for a walk or a strikeout or a hit by pitch, then we move along to what we would call, let me just use this as a marker here. This is the ball in play, or the BIP chart, okay? So if the pitcher doesn't walk or have a chance for a walk or strikeout or hit by pitch, then we take it to the batter. The batter has a chance to put the ball in play, and you have everything from singles, doubles, triples, home runs, infield hit. If the batter doesn't, then we get an out, etc. So let's just get into game plan. You can see what is going on here. All right, so I got my APA dice roller. I'm gonna take the little black dice out of here. Leading off is Zach McKinstry. Don't hate my lineups. I just kind of fastened this together really quickly. McKinstry, okay, so on the pitcher command chart, you're gonna roll 3 10-sided dice, but you're gonna read them from lowest to highest. Lowest to highest. When you do the BIP or batter, you're gonna roll 3 and you're gonna roll red, white, and blue. So a little bit different. Why? Who cares? Just a little bit of fun, right? So here's the pitcher command. We're gonna lead off. We have Aaron Savall leading off against Zach McKinstry. A little bit of information before I start. I played 3 games prior. The first game, Detroit won 4-0. The second game, Detroit won 2-1. And I'm getting a little paranoid that my game engine's broke because we're not getting a lot of offense. I'm like, did I mess up my formulas? Or I've spent so much time on these formulas. And the last game was 9-6 Milwaukee, filled with a lot of dingers and a lot of offense and extra base hits. So everything kind of neutralized and leveled itself out. All right, let's get on with things. Here we go. McKinstry's up. We're going to read low to high, 114, okay? So we got 114. We're going to look on the pitcher command chart. Ball in play, okay? So the pitcher doesn't have a chance at a walk or strikeout or hit by pitch. So we're going to go over to the ball in play chart, and we're going to read them red, white, and blue. 975. 975 is a potential home run check. I can tell you automatically, I know. So what I usually do is take this little black die. We're going to 975. Home run check. McKinstry is a 9, and Savall is a plus 15. So we have a 44. Or no, we have a 24. If you roll 1 to 24, it's going to be a home run. I usually, when I do these, I do white and then red first. So 1 to 24 is a home run. No, it's 86. Not a home run. Close call there for the Brewers. So it's not a home run. So it says that's launched to right center. Back it goes and long gone. If it's a home run, it's a home run. But here, since it's not, the batter didn't connect with the pitch, and you see SS routine. So it's a routine ground ball to the shortstop. If I can get my pen to work here. All right. Routine ground ball to the shortstop. There we go, 1 out. All right, now we have Mr. I wish these were the normal cards. Parker Meadows is up. I'm going to check the camera again to make sure we're still rolling. We're still rolling. All right, big Parker Meadows. Let's see what we got here. Remember, on the ball and play chart, or on the command chart, we read low to high. So we have 147, a walk check. So Parker is a 33, and the adjustment from Aaron Savall is a 1, so 34. Again, I read 1 to 34 will be a walk. I read these white to white, red. So nope, it's higher than 1 to 34, so it's not a walk. So since the pitcher, it's not in the pitcher's hands anymore, now we go over to the balls in play, and we just roll red, white, and blue, 396. And again, if you don't want to do the advanced chart, there's a very easy out chart here for a 396 here. It would be basically a 39. You would just roll 2 dice on the simple game, and you'd have a chance at a single. So if you don't want to do the advanced charts, you can just roll the check here. But we have 396, and 396 is over here. It says single check. So we have Parker Meadows a chance at a single. 54, 1 to 54, and the adjustment is minus 15 from Aaron Saval. So it will be 39. 1 to 39. I'm going to again read these white to red. Okay, so a single for Meadows. And don't hate my scoring system. This is something I developed as a teen way back in 1979 in Wisconsin. So it's probably not conventional, but it's how I score. All right, so we have Matt Vierling up for the Detroit Tigers. And again, we're going to the command chart, and we're going to read low to high. Okay, we have 269. All right, 269, we have a strikeout possibility. So you can see every at-bat starts off with a chance for the pitcher to determine the outcome. So 61, Matt Vierling, and minus 10. So about 1 to 51. 1 to 51 is a strikeout. 28, strikeout, okay? So, if in here, in this chart, and I forgot what number I rolled, I don't know, it can either be a regular strikeout or a call looking. The fastball is too much for him, he swings strike 3, or some of them, the batter doesn't swing at all. So if you want a little play-by-play action, you have it right there. All right. So 2 outs, and Carpenter is up. Kerry Carpenter. Again, we start with the command chart, low to high. 134. And I like to mark it with this little black dot. A walk check, 28 for Kerry Carpenter, and +1. So 1 to 29 is a walk. And it's a 4, so it's a walk. We got 2 runners on, Carpenter and Meadows. And we have Riley Green up with 24 ding-dongs. Okay, 24 ding-dongs against Saval, who is a +15 when it comes to home run. So Saval will give up some dingers. We check the command chart, and you can see if the pitcher's outcome is boom, walk, K, hit by pitch, you don't check anything else, balls in play. So it seems like there's a lot of dice rolls, but there's basically just a 1 to 2 per play. And I will have fast action cards all ready to go if you don't want to roll any dice. So 116 is a ball in play. No impact by the pitcher. So we're going to go straight to the ball in play chart. And let's see what Mr. Green has in store for us. Red, white, blue, 240. So we just flip to 240. Some people don't like these charts. I kind of like the suspense and having the play-by-play. A bouncer towards the hole, the shortstop makes a slide. Okay, so we have a single check. You have a single check, and if you don't get that, then you get kind of the play-by-play out. Okay, so a single check, Riley Green is a 59, minus 15. So 1 to 44 is a single. 47, nada. Nope, no single. So we get the play-by-play. A bouncer towards the hole. The shortstop makes a sliding stop, pops up, and delivers a perfect throw out, and an impressive recovery. All right, so because it was hit to the shortstop, you can determine, playing the game whether it was a forced play at second or a 6-3. But because he did a sliding stop Caught the ball on a slide, popped up, delivered a perfect throw. I'm going to make that go to first. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to get too much in the weeds. So, I forgot to mention the fatigue system for the pitchers. So let me go back to that a little bit before the Brewers get up to the plate. The fatigue system for Savall was an 8. He starts at an 8. Immediately when he enters the game, he loses one. So he is reduced to a 7 immediately when he enters the game. Now, after an inning, if a pitcher pitch just a normal inning, 3 or 4 batters, then his fatigue would only go down by 1. In high leverage baseball, if you pitch to 5 batters or more, your fatigue is going to drop 2. So he's going to start the second inning at a 5. Okay. Now I am thinking about tweaking this a little bit because I think I might need to bump the number up a couple. Again, this is kind of a play test, but we'll kind of just go with it. I played 3 games. I think I might need to bump it up a little bit. I think it's a good system. If a pitcher does a 1-2-3 inning that includes a strikeout, then they don't lose any fatigue at all. So enough about that. Okay, Green, we have to move Green back and get Keith ready for the next inning. Colt Keith. All right, the Brew Crew are up. We're going to lead off with Sal Frelick. Sal Frelick, Churio, Yelich. I'm from Wisconsin. I love my Brewers. Don't be a hater. All right, Sal Frelick is up facing Jack Flaherty, who was 7-5 in 2024, 18 starts, 2.95 ERA and 2.4 WAR. So he is a force to be reckoned with a little bit. All right. Okay, low to high, 279. 279 on the command chart is a strikeout check. So Frelick is a 42 plus 54. What is going on with Jack Flaherty? Let's take a look at this card. 106 innings, 133 Ks. Jack is not messing around. He is a strikeout pitcher. So plus 54. 1-96 is a strikeout. And 94, barely got him, but Frelick is struck out. Jack is going to be racking up the Ks today if we're not careful. Wow, that's super impressive. I really was not aware of that. All right, Jackson Churio, the nod to Bob Uecker, who called his grand salami. 0-2-3, low to high on the command chart. 0-2-3. 0-2-3 is a ball in play. Okay. So no impact from the pitcher, Jack Flaherty. So we go to red, white, and blue. 369. 369 is going to be a single check for Jackson Churio. A single 47 and a +1, so 1-48. 1-48. I read white to red when I do the 2. 58. Nope, no single. So it says a deep fly ball to the gap. The right fielder sprints full speed, extends mid-dive, and hauls it out in a jaw-dropping fashion. Now, Churio in the first 3 games, he was 4 for 4 in one of the games, and I believe 2 for 3 in the other. I think he has 9 hits in the first 3 games, and probably about 40% of the Brewers' hits. All right, let's go on to Christian Yelich. And Yelly is, okay, low to high, 149. That'll be a walk check. The pitch barely misses a corner, ball 4. That's if he walks. Walked 47, -27, so really good control. A walk on 1-20. So we have a 15. So Yelly did get a walk. I'm not going to attempt to steal a base or get him to second. I want to leave Adames and Contreras a chance to move him along. And I don't want to get myself in a bind here. All right. Willie Adames, command chart, pitcher. Low to high, 257. 257 is a strikeout check. This is not going to be good. 72 plus, that's 126. In that situation, we do it 1 to 99. If you roll a 00, we're going to leave him a chance to not strike out, but that is a big fat strikeout for Adames to end the inning. 2 strikeouts for Big Jack Flaherty in the first inning. All right. So, Jack, he started with 8. Let's see. Let me just put Flaherty here. He started with 8 fatigue points. It wasn't a 1-2-3 inning, so he loses a fatigue point. So he entered this inning at 7. He'll enter this at a 6. All right. Now we have Keith. Colt Keith is up for the Detroit Tigers. Low to high, 668. If I mess up any of these dice rolls, let me know. 668 is a ball in play. Okay, no impact on the pitcher. And red, white, blue, 679. 679. 679 is, let me move this over here. Let's see, that's an out. There's no chance of any hit. A spinning pop-up drops near the mound. The pitcher lunges midair, makes a snow cone catch, falls to his knees, out in a wild play. So that'll be a pop-out. And again, for those of you that don't want to do the chart flipping, I can't stress enough, there's simple basic charts you can lay out here and just refer to. You don't have to do any chart flipping at all. Not only that, I'm also going to give you a fast action card system. All right, enough about that. I just don't want anybody to panic, and I want to stress that enough. There'll be many ways to play this game. Andy Ibanez. If I'm pronouncing the name wrong, just let me know. All right. Low to high, 0-1-2. What do we got here? This is gonna be a funky play. Possible error? No. Check wild pitch. Ball and play, check wild pitch. All right, so wild pitch for Saval is minus 25. So we start at 50, right? A 50-50 chance of a wild pitch. He's minus 25. So 58 would be no wild pitch. So in this case, the ball was in play, but it said check wild pitch first. Now, since there was no impact by the pitcher, we go to the ball and play chart. Red, white, blue, 732. All right. What do we got here? 732. All right. No chance of a hit. A sharp liner is hit directly to the third baseman, who reacts quickly and snags it with ease. Out in a routine play. So a little liner to the third baseman. We have 2 outs. Good inning here. If Saval strikes out Torkelson, then he doesn't lose a fatigue point. Anytime you do a 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout, the pitcher does not lose a fatigue point. So let's see if I can flip these over here. Torkelson has a strikeout of a 78. We got a chance here. Low to high, 477. 477, ball in play. All right. No hope there. And Torkelson, what does Torkelson get? Red, white, blue, 073. That one more over. My hands are getting a little bit dry from all this cold weather in Ohio. 073 is an infield single check. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but we have 073. You have righty and lefty, a right-handed batter and left-handed batter. So you do have some righty-lefty impact here. Nothing dramatic, but it just tells you where the ball goes. Let's see. So Torkelson is a right-handed batter. Possible infield single. He's a 41, and the modifier for Savall is minus 27. So 1 to 14. No infield single. So it says a soft grounder just past the mound. The shortstop scoops it, spins, delivers a perfect throw out in a smooth play. Boom, boom. All right. So 1 fatigue point down for Savall. He's down to 4. And we are on to the Brew Crew. Let me just put Torkelson at the bottom here. Contreras is up. I gotta keep checking the camera here because I'm paranoid that it's gonna stop. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do a complete game. It depends on if the camera keeps rolling and if my wife yells at me to stop because she's upstairs showering and waiting to watch a movie while I do all these shenanigans. All right, William Contreras. Let's see what we got here. 078 for Big Willie Contreras. Walk check. So Contreras is a 43 and Flaherty is a minus 27. So 1 to 16. 04, he got it. He got the walk. He snuck that one in. So Contreras is on first for Rhys Hoskins. And Hoskins, I don't know, you can see this. This came out really, really light. It'll be better on the color cards because this is actually a color. But he's a poor bunter. There's no way we're going to do any bunting shenanigans. All right, Hoskins. Let's get something going here. 035 is a walk check, another walk check. 48 minus 27, so 1 to 21. Nope, no walk. So now the batter, we're going to the ball and play chart for Hoskins. Red, white, blue, 043. 043. My dog's over here trying to crawl up my leg. 043 is a infield single check. 36 plus 4, 1 to 40 is an infield single. Nope, it's not an infield single. So a sharp grounder up the middle. Second baseman ranges to his right, backhands the ball, fires the throw to first, out on an incredible play. So, because we have a runner on base, we have to check H. It says advance H because there's an out. So we go over to the runners on base. H with a runner on first says possible double play. So we start at a 50 for a double play. And because Hoskins is up, we check his double play, which is plus 18. So he's 68. Then we check Flaherty, minus 13. So that is down to 55. So 1 to 55 is a double play. It is not a double play. So we're going to go with a force out. 4-6. And fielder's choice. And we have Terang. Whoops, I think I just screwed this up. Terang is up. Terang is up. And my wife is down here with the dogs. Low to high, 278. All right, 278 is a possible strikeout. So Terang is a 48. 54, that's 1 to 102. So we're just going to use 1 to 99. 79 is good, so that's a strikeout. Hoskins is going to hold, obviously. So we have 2 outs. Ortiz is up. Joey Ortiz. And we have low to high, 1-4-6. And possible walk. So Ortiz is a 44, minus 27, so that's 1 to 17 will be a walk. No, not a walk. So we will go to the ball and play chart. The beautiful thing, the thing I love about this game, is that you can get multiple outcomes on every dice roll. You have anything could happen. I mean, that's obviously the way it is for Apple and Stratomatic, but you have a chance for a walk. But if he doesn't get a walk, you could get any outcome. You could get a home run, a single. So you just never know which direction any play is going to go. Red, white, blue, 3, 8, 5. 3, 8, 5. Let's see. Single check. So Ortiz is a 41 and +1. So that's 1 to 42 is a single. It is a single. So we get to check a new chart, which is the runner advancement. We haven't done this one yet. And runner advancement is pretty simple. So I have a basic and an advanced runner advancement chart. We'll use the advanced runner advancement. So you have a single, and I forgot where the ball was hit. So my mistake. But a single, Hoskins is at first. You have 1 out or 2 outs. So the advancement chart is based on 1 out or 2 outs. We have 2 outs. Possible single. We have a single. We will roll 1d10 here. 4. So this is optional. So the runner has, when it says OPT, I don't know if you can see that, it's advance 1 base and an option for a second. We're not going to force it, just for the sake of time. We'll keep Hoskins right there. So we'll move this chart back, move this back, and we have 2 runners on for Blake Perkins. And let's see here. A walk and a fielder's choice and a single. Low to high, 379. 379 is a strikeout check. Blake is a 71. It's 1 to 99. 1 to 99 is a strikeout. Boom, done. 2 more Ks. That's it. 2 outs for the Brewers, or 3 outs for the Brewers. And because Flaherty faced 5 batters, he loses 2 fatigue points. So he's down to 4. And again, I'm thinking about bumping these up to, I create a system, but on paper sometimes that's why you need a gameplay, right? Perkins goes to the bottom. Basically, you take the batters faced divided by the innings or games, and then you divide it by 4, and that for each one of those you get a fatigue point, and then for every earned run given up per game, you get an additional fatigue point. Pretty simple. It's explained in the rule book. All right, Detroit is up. We have no runs, top of the 3rd. I'm just going to play 3 innings here, just to give you guys a taste, and then when I have more time, we will do more. So we have Jake Roberts up. 479, low to high. 479 is a K check. 84, -10, 1 to 74. 1 to 74. It is a strikeout. All right, so Savall gets a strikeout. And McKinstry is up. Low to high, 024. What do we have here? We haven't had an error check in the game. Every error checks can be very random. And lately I've been getting them on, early on I've been getting them on fielders with very low chance of an error. So that's a ball in play. Ball in play for McKinstry. 2, red, white, blue, 272. 272. 272. What do we got for Big Zach McKinstry? Big Zach, single check. 49, -15, 1 to 34. 1 to 34. No, 37. So it's a slow dribbler up the middle. The pitcher charges in, grabs barehanded, flips the first out in a clean routine play. So 1 to 3. And we have Meadows stepping up. Parker Meadows. All right, Parker Meadows. Low to high, 049. Walk check, 33, plus 1, 1 to 34. Whoops. Twice in a row. 3 times in a row. A no walk. So we will go to the balls and play chart for Parker. Red, white, blue, 807. This is going to be a chance for a dinger. Chance for a ding dong. Home run check, Parker. He is a 23, and Aaron is a plus 15. 1 to 38, and this ball is out of here. It is out of here. Home run. A deep drive to left center gap. The ball keeps carrying and clears the wall just beyond the fielder's reach. So, you guys did get to see a run. 1-0 Detroit. There, we're on the board. We have some scorage. Matt Vierling is up. All right. That gives us some suspense at least at the bottom of the third. Low to high, 119, 119. Ball in play. So Vierling can hit a few home runs. He's average. Nothing great, nothing poor. Red, white, blue, 151. 151. All right, so that is a single check. Vierling is a 47, minus 15, 1 to 32, 1 to 32, 1 to 32, 35. No, it is not a single. A weak grounder towards shallow right. The second baseman moves over, plants his feet, fires the first out in a routine play. All right, guys, that's the bottom of the third. Only one fatigue. You lose a fatigue point for that inning and for giving up a run. So, an earned run. So Savall is down to 2. And you don't have to remove him when the fatigue goes. Whoops. All right, I'm going to quit this live stream after, let's see, Frelick is up, Churio, and then Yelich. After this inning, unless we have some dramatics. I want to give you guys a taste for a game, and I will be doing more. So let's get it on. Let's see if the Brewers can muster a little bit of bottom of the third love. Low to high, 357. Strikeout, check, 42. 1 to 96, not good odds for Sal. Strikeout. Jack Flaherty is truly a machine. Not much chance for the Brew Crew. Now, one of the things I want to do is offer left-right splits and home and away splits on these cards eventually. And this takes me an incredible amount of time to put these cards together. That is my goal. But I want you guys to know that if there is support for the game, I'll do everything I can to get lefty, righty, and home and away splits available. So you will have the option to play any way you want. You could ignore lefty, righty, and have home and away splits. That's my goal eventually. So enough babbling. Let's get back to the game. Jackson Churio. Low to high, 0-2-2. We have not had an error check yet, or a funky check yet. 0-2-2 is a ball in play. All right, Churio. Good single and double opportunity. Red, white, blue, 304 is 304. My dry hands here. 304 is a single check for Churio. He's a 47, and he's a +1. So 1 to 48 will be a single for Jackson Churio. No, it is not. No luck for the Brewers today. A pop-up near the foul line. The left fielder trots over, calls it, and makes the catch just in fair territory. So that is 2 gone. No luck for the Brew Crew. They need a miracle here. And Christian Yelich is a good hitter to pull out a miracle. All right. What do we got here? 779. We have a high roll. 779 is a ball in play. All right. see what we got here for Christian. 401. Is that a double check? No, that's a single check. 401. Check for a single. 67 plus 1. 1 to 68. Come on. There we go. Single. Yelich is on first. We got a little bit of life. Could we have some potential drama? And Adames blasting it in a walk-off 3-inning game? Let's see. I will finish the game later, I guarantee it. But let's see. Low to high, 2-2-2. 2-2-2-2. Ball and play. All right. Let's see what Adames has up his sleeve here. Red, white, blue. This is not going to be good. 780. That's the dead zone as far as hits. This is not going to be good at all. 780 is a chopper to the left side. Third baseman moves in quickly, feels it cleanly. Strong throw to first and out. Now, just for a little bit of fun, he rolled a 780. When they start at 800, they get a home run check. So Adames was a hair away from a home run. Let's just play what if for a second. What if Adames had a chance for a home run? If the dice roll was just 20 higher? 36 plus 14, 1 to 50. Oh, no. So the fantasy of having the walk-off bottom of the third home run is not a reality. So Flaherty had a normal inning. His fatigue would be reduced to 3, and we would continue on. So we played 3 innings here, and the Detroit has 2 hits and a walk, 2 Ks. The Brewers have 2 hits, 2 walks, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ks. That is it, guys. I am going to stop the game. We'll move Adames to the bottom of the barrel here so I can restart it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I welcome your feedback. This is still playtesting, so there are some minor things I need to fix, like I need to adjust the fatigue system a little bit, probably with a +2 for pitchers in general, just to make it more realistic. It sounded good on paper. I'm adjusting the error system in a very minor manner. I had too many umpire checks in the game, these blue things, so I'm pulling those back a little bit. Other than that, everything is running very, very smoothly. So I appreciate you guys watching. The goal is to have the entire 2024 season out before the 2025 Major League Baseball season starts, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend.